Have you ever stopped and wondered what independence really means after 60? It's not just about living alone, it's about walking into the grocery store without needing someone to hold your arm, driving yourself to visit family, carrying your own shopping bags, making your own breakfast, climbing the front steps without stopping to catch your breath. Those little moments don't seem like much until they start becoming difficult. Most people assume losing independence is simply part of getting older. But what if that's not the whole story? What if some of the choices you make every single day, especially the foods you eat, can help support the strength and energy your body needs to keep doing the things you enjoy? The encouraging news: your everyday habits matter. No single food can guarantee you'll stay independent, but a balanced eating pattern can help support healthy muscles, bones, and overall wellness as you age. And that's exactly what today's video is about. We're going to look at 6 everyday foods that deserve a place on your plate if staying active and independent matters to you. But don't make the mistake of thinking this video is only about food. Near the end, I'll share one simple daily habit that many older adults overlook completely. It doesn't cost a penny. It doesn't require fancy equipment, yet it could be one of the smartest things you do for yourself as the years go by. So stay with me, because the first food on today's list is already found in millions of American homes. Most people see it almost every day. Some reach for it without thinking. Others leave it sitting in the pantry for weeks at a time. It's familiar, affordable, quick, and easy to enjoy. Yet very few people stop to consider why it's remained a kitchen favorite for generations. The answer has very little to do with convenience, and much more to do with helping you stay active for the years ahead. Let's take a closer look. 1. Peanut butter. Most people think of peanut butter as nothing more than a sandwich spread, something to enjoy with toast, crackers, or apple slices. But after 60, it can become much more than that. Think about all the everyday things that depend on your strength. Opening a heavy door, carrying grocery bags into the house, lifting a grandchild onto your lap, working in the garden, even standing at the kitchen counter while preparing dinner. Those moments all depend on your muscles, and your muscles need good nutrition every single day. Peanut butter naturally provides protein along with healthy fats that can become part of a balanced eating pattern. It also has the advantage of being affordable, easy to keep in the pantry, and ready to enjoy whenever you need it. That's one reason it has remained a staple in American homes for generations. But here's something many people overlook. The goal isn't to eat huge spoonfuls straight from the jar. Like almost every food, balance matters. Many people enjoy a thin layer on whole grain toast. Others spread it over apple slices. Some stir a spoonful into oatmeal or blend a little into a smoothie. Simple choices like these fit naturally into everyday life. And that's what makes healthy habits easier to keep. Because staying independent isn't about making perfect choices. It's about making better choices. Again and again. And that's exactly why peanut butter earned the first spot on today's list. Now, let's talk about another everyday food. Most people recognize it the moment they see it, but surprisingly, it rarely gets much attention. It doesn't have flashy advertisements. It isn't marketed as the latest health trend. And it certainly doesn't need expensive packaging to earn its place at the table. For decades, families have quietly included it in everyday meals, not because it was fashionable, but because simple foods often become lifelong favorites for a reason. Here's something interesting. Many people spend hundreds of dollars searching for the newest health product. Meanwhile, some of the most practical foods have been sitting in grocery stores the entire time. They're easy to find, easy to prepare, and they fit into almost any budget. That's one reason healthy eating doesn't have to feel complicated. Sometimes the smartest choice is the one that's been there all along. So, what is it? 2. Broccoli. Broccoli has been part of family dinners for generations. Yet many adults still underestimate what it brings to a balanced meal. It naturally provides fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, and several other nutrients that support overall health. As we get older, supporting our bodies with a variety of nutrient-rich foods becomes increasingly important because staying independent isn't just about one part of your body. It depends on your muscles, your bones, your immune system, and your overall nutrition working together every single day. That's one reason broccoli continues to earn a place on so many dinner tables. The best part? It's incredibly easy to enjoy. Steam it, roast it, add it to soups, mix it into pasta, or serve it alongside your favorite protein. Now, here's another food that almost everyone has seen before. It's small, simple, easy to carry, yet many people don't give it a second thought. You'll find it in lunch boxes, kitchen cabinets, road trip snacks, and grocery carts across America. It doesn't need cooking. It doesn't require special preparation, and it has quietly become one of the easiest foods to keep close by whenever hunger shows up. Most people think of it as something to snack on, but there's another reason it deserves your attention after 60. Let's find out. 3. Almonds. At first glance, almonds don't look very impressive. They're small, lightweight, and easy to overlook. But sometimes, the smallest habits become the ones we keep the longest. Almonds naturally provide healthy fats, protein, fiber, vitamin E, and magnesium. Together, they can become part of a balanced eating pattern that supports healthy aging. That's one reason almonds have remained popular for so many years. They're convenient, portable, and require almost no preparation. Some people enjoy a small handful on their own. Others add them to oatmeal, mix them into yogurt, or sprinkle sliced almonds over a salad. The goal isn't to eat large amounts. The goal is to build eating habits that are realistic enough to continue year after year. Because staying independent isn't about making one perfect decision. It's about making hundreds of good ones, one day at a time. And speaking of everyday foods, the next one is often overlooked for a completely different reason. Some people walk right past it in the grocery store. Others aren't quite sure what to do with it once they get home. That's unfortunate because it has quietly been part of home cooking for generations. And once you see how simple it can be, you may start looking at it a little differently. So, what is it? 4. Mushrooms. Mushrooms may not be the first food that comes to mind when people think about healthy aging, but they deserve more attention than they usually receive. They're naturally low in calories, easy to prepare, and they provide several nutrients that can become part of a balanced diet. One of the things people appreciate most about mushrooms is how easily they fit into everyday meals. Add them to an omelet, stir them into soup, toss them into pasta, cook them with vegetables, or enjoy them alongside grilled meat or chicken. They blend into meals without making healthy eating feel like hard work. And that's important because the best eating habits are the ones you don't have to force yourself to follow. Now, here's a food almost everyone has eaten, but surprisingly, most people think about it for only one reason. They grab it on busy mornings, pack it into a lunch bag, or eat it before heading out the door. Yet there's another reason it has remained one of America's most popular everyday foods, and it has very little to do with convenience. Let's take a closer look. 5. Bananas. Bananas have earned a permanent place in kitchens across the country, not because they're expensive, not because they're trendy, but because they're simple. Peel, eat, that's it. Sometimes, the easiest healthy choices are the ones we actually stick with. Bananas naturally provide carbohydrates, potassium, vitamin B6, and fiber. Together, they fit well into a balanced eating pattern that supports an active lifestyle. Many people enjoy slicing bananas over oatmeal. Others add one to a smoothie, spread a little peanut butter on top, or simply enjoy one as an afternoon snack. No complicated preparation, no special equipment, just another practical choice that fits naturally into everyday life. And that's becoming a pattern throughout today's video. The foods that help support healthy aging often aren't expensive, they aren't difficult to find, and they don't require complicated recipes. They're simply foods that families have trusted for years, which brings us to our final food. It's probably the one that surprises people the most. Some people walk right past it at the grocery store. Others assume it's something only a few people enjoy. And many have never thought about keeping it in their pantry. That's a shame. Because sometimes the foods we overlook the most are the ones that quietly provide the greatest value. So, what is it? 6. Sardines. Sardines may not be the most popular food on today's list, but they may be one of the most underestimated. They're naturally rich in protein. They also provide calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3 fats. That combination makes them a practical addition to a balanced eating pattern. One reason many people overlook sardines is because they remember them from years ago. But today's grocery stores offer many convenient options. Some are packed in water, others in olive oil. Many are ready to eat right out of the can. No complicated preparation, no long cooking time. Just another simple option for people who want convenient, nutritious foods. Some people enjoy sardines on whole grain toast. Others add them to salads or enjoy them alongside fresh vegetables and crackers. The goal isn't to eat them every day. The goal is simply to have another nutritious option available. Because variety matters. No single food provides everything your body needs, but different foods contribute different nutrients. And together, they create a balanced way of eating that supports healthy aging. Now let's take one last look at today's foods. Peanut butter, broccoli, almonds, mushrooms, bananas, and sardines. They're all easy to find. Most are affordable. And every one of them can fit into everyday meals without making life more complicated. But before you start filling your grocery cart, there's something even more important we need to talk about. Because you could eat every food on today's list and still miss one daily habit that plays a huge role in helping you stay independent after 60. Unfortunately, it's also one of the habits many people overlook. Think about someone you know who's still active well into their 70s or 80s. Chances are they don't spend every day sitting still. They keep moving, not because they're training for a marathon, but because movement has become part of their everyday life. That's the habit many people underestimate. Regular movement. Your body was designed to move. The more you use your muscles, the more opportunities they have to keep doing what they're meant to do. That doesn't mean you need an intense workout or expensive equipment. For many adults over 60, a daily walk is a wonderful place to start. The important part is making movement part of your routine, not something you only do once in a while. Because healthy aging is rarely built on one big decision. It's built on hundreds of small ones. Eating balanced meals, staying active, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, and making choices that support the life you want to keep living. That's what independence is really about. being able to enjoy your everyday life for as long as possible, not perfectly, but confidently. Here's something I'd love for you to remember after watching today's video. Staying independent after 60 isn't about chasing every new health trend. It isn't about buying expensive supplements. And it certainly isn't about finding one perfect food. Real independence is built one small choice at a time. One balanced meal. One walk around the neighborhood. One trip to the grocery store where you choose foods that truly nourish your body. Those simple decisions may not feel life-changing today, but over the months and over the years, they can add up in meaningful ways. Today's 6 foods are easy to find. They're familiar, they're practical, and they can all become part of a balanced eating pattern that supports healthy aging. Let's quickly go through them one more time. Peanut butter, broccoli, almonds, mushrooms, bananas, and sardines. You don't need to eat all of them every day, and you don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one, then add another when it feels natural. Healthy habits tend to last much longer when they're built step by step. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already enjoy? And which one are you willing to add to your grocery list this week? Share your answer in the comments below. Your experience may encourage someone else who's watching this video. And if you found today's tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more adults over 60 who are looking for simple, practical ways to support healthy aging. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to 60 Plus Food Guide and turn on notifications. Every week, we share easy-to-understand nutrition tips, everyday foods, and healthy aging advice designed specifically for adults over 60. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Take good care of yourself. Keep making those small positive choices. And I'll see you in the next video.